I'm Izzy Spence, and you're watching a Berea College News Quick Hit. On February 14th, the governor of Kentucky, Andy Beshear, declared a state of emergency ahead of anticipated flooding across the state. Eastern Kentucky senators have now reported that these disastrous floods have caused multi-million-dollar damages. Earlier this month, flooding washed through Kentucky and bordering states, damaging homes, businesses, and leaving residents without power. Following this, Governor Beshear launched the Team Kentucky Storm Relief Fund, which has now raised more than $199,000, which will first help pay for the funerals of those who have lost their lives from the flooding. The current death toll is 23, as Governor Beshear confirmed this past Tuesday. Some communities recovering from this recent flood hadn't completely rebuilt from the devastating floods back in 2022. In a post on Instagram, Governor Beshear commented, quote, "The damage from the floods is heartbreaking. Homes and businesses lost, communities hurting, and families in need," end quote. If you are willing and able, various efforts are happening on campus to help assist affected areas. In an email sent out last Friday from Chris Green, the Laurel Jones Appalachian Center is collaborating with the President's Office to collect supplies for those impacted. If you feel inclined to contribute, then you can review the list of requested items and drop off any donations to the LJAC in Stevenson Hall, which is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Some of the requested items includes cleaning supplies, such as bleach, disinfectants, and garbage bags, as well as food and water, baby care items, new, unused, warm clothing and bedding, and personal household essentials like sleeping bags, flashlights, and batteries, as well as personal hygiene products and menstrual hygiene products. For the full list, please read the email from Chris Green sent out on Friday the 21st. Another resource from President Cheryl Nixon is a form for immediate support. Students, faculty, and staff can fill out this form and receive financial support for travel, immediate assistance in the form of food or housing, emotional and spiritual support, or grief support. You can find this form in the email sent out on February 17th from Cheryl Nixon. I also had the opportunity to ask a student impacted by both the recent flooding and the 2022 flooding how they would most appreciate support during this difficult time.
The easiest way for people to help is spread awareness. If you have extra clothes that you want to get rid of, or, I know we're at Berea, but if you have an extra dollar or two laying around, to send it to Eastern Kentucky, send it to Letcher County and Pike County, and just anything helps. In 22, we even learned that something as small as a penny would help. So anything that you have, non-perishables, food, clothes, especially winter gear, like anything you have would help. And all you have to do is just send it down there, or even, you can contact me, and I make weekly, weekend trips to go all the way back home to try to help a little bit. It's very hard not being there, considering I was in one of the major volunteer groups that was helping in 22. So it's really hard having some of my family there, having to live through it all again, getting trapped in houses and haulers, and not being able to be there and say, hey, I'll come and help, what do you guys need? Just not being able to be there and watching everyone suffer and having smaller crews, because a lot of the volunteers that helped in 22 graduated. My community was the heart of the flood in 22, and we actually just got done rebuilding from that before this one hit. There was major mudslides, the city was underwater again. So many people that just got done rebuilding their homes lost their homes, family members, cars, you name it. It was washed away in the water again. And with this flood, there's actually more fires and landslides that happened. So a lot of damage was from those as well, not just the water itself. 2 Eastern Kentucky senators have told fellow lawmakers that these recent floods have caused multi-million-dollar damages in the region. Specifically, Republican Senator Philip Wheeler from Pike County has voiced his concerns for his constituents, saying that the initial assessments in the county show damages of more than $50 million to just roads alone. BCNR hopes that any students impacted by the recent flooding receive the support and assistance that they need. For BCN Weekly Report, I'm Izzy Spence.